Welcome back to Brain Skill Set's Excel tutorial series. In this installment, we will learn to harness the full potential of VLOOKUP for precise data retrieval and grasp the subtleties of absolute and relative cell references. Let's first explore the capabilities of the VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP is a versatile tool for finding and retrieving data based on a unique identifier. We'll dive deep into leveraging VLOOKUP to streamline your data lookup tasks, whether you're searching for product details, customer information, or any other data with distinct identifiers. In parallel, we'll unravel the significance and applications of absolute and relative cell references in Excel formulas. Understanding how these references work is crucial for creating dynamic and flexible formulas that adapt to changes in your data. On this sheet, columns A through D, we have data of our employees, including information regarding if they went through company's sales training program or not. On the other hand, columns G through H contain the list of employee names that had sales of $1,000 or more, and we are interested to see if they went through company's sales training program. Instead of searching through the list for each employee and finding the answer manually for each of them, we can direct Excel to do the search for us. This is when VLOOKUP can be very helpful. Let's first find out if Charlotte Reed went through the training, and we can then copy the formula for other employees. For this, we will select cell H2, input equal sign, type in VLOOKUP, and open the brackets. As we already opened the brackets for the formula, Excel now shows up what criteria we should input and in what sequence. Let's follow Excel's suggestion. First, we need to select lookup value. This is the value you want to search for. It can be a specific value, for example, product ID, a cell reference containing the value, or a formula that generates the value to look up. For our purposes, we will select cell G4 as reference, as we will be searching by employee name, and column G contains names of our employees. Next, we need to select Table of Array. This is the range of cells that contains the data you want to search. The table of array should include the column that contains the lookup value and the columns from which you want to retrieve information based on the lookup. In our case, we will select whole range of data from cell A3 through cell D13. The following step would be to tell Excel column index number. This is the column number in the table of array from which you want to retrieve the matching value. The first column in the table of array is numbered 1, the second column is numbered 2, and so on. The column index number indicates which column's value to return when a match is found. For us, it will be the third column, so for the third condition, we will input number 3. The final condition is range lookup. This is an optional argument that specifies whether you want Excel to find an exact match, 0 or false, or an approximate match, 1 or true. If range lookup is true or omitted, Excel assumes an approximate match and looks for the closest match less than or equal to the lookup value. If range lookup is false, Excel looks for an exact match and returns an error if it doesn't find one. We want Excel to give us exact match, so for this condition, we will indicate false. Once we close the brackets, we would have told Excel to search for Charlotte Reed, first condition, in the range A3 through D13, second condition, and retrieving matching value from the third column of the array, third condition, which should be an exact match, fourth condition. Let's press Enter and let Excel do the search for us. Now, let's copy our VLOOKUP formula for our remaining employees in the list. Oops, we are getting error for James Parker. Let's double-click the copied formula for James Parker and see what is the problem. Looking at the cell values of the table of array, which is also shown in red to the right, I can see that values have changed. The table of array has moved down exactly 3 rows by the same amount as our copied formula from Charlotte Reed. The reason for this is that I used relative cell references. Let me explain. A relative cell reference changes based on its relative position to the cell containing the formula. For example, if you have a formula A1 plus B1 in cell C1 and you copy it to cell C2, The formula will automatically adjust to A2 plus B2. In our case, I set the initial formula in the cell H4, and as I did not freeze the table of array, each time I copied the formula down, the table of array range moved one row lower as well. Due to the way employees were listed, only James's formula did not work. Now, in order to correct the error, let's go to the first VLOOKUP formula and freeze the table of array so that it does not move when we copy the formula down the list. For this, we need to double-click on our formula in the cell H4 and select the whole table of array section, which displays A3, D13, which is same as range from A3 through D13. We now need to set a $sign before all column letters and row numbers. So we will input $sign before column A, row 3, column D, and row 13. This way we froze the whole table of array, and no matter where I will copy the VLOOKUP formula, the table of array will not change. By this, we have successfully created absolute cell references. In short, an absolute cell reference remains constant, regardless of where the formula is copied or moved. In conclusion, we have now unlocked advanced Excel techniques to elevate our data analysis capabilities. Practice with the interactive examples provided in this video to reinforce your learning. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll explore data management and analysis tools. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Excel tutorials.